not yet broken, names unspoken, bonds unshaken. Through the fire, through the fear, still we stand, we're still here. Lost in time, the past won't save us. Faith is shattered, fate enslaves us. Yet the dawn still dares to rise through the storm in endless skies. Light still shines beyond the fight, through the pain, through the night. Hold the sky, don't let it fall. Stand together, hear the call. Rise again. Rise again. The city flies, the war still rages, but not all stories end in cages. Light still shines
Angel, Angel, so Clara, I saw you. We got bad news, Angel, Angel. And he starts to run over and basically distract Angel from you. So if you're going to continue your ink thing as this is happening.
Yes, I want to ruin that man's suit because he's a better suit than me.
Since you critically succeeded on your deception check, you get it all over the back of his suit without him noticing, without anyone noticing.
Oh, I'm the best.
Yes, yeah. Greg, what seems to be going on? Angel, it's bad, Koku. Apparently Cassandra's gone missing and he can't scry on her anymore, and he's kind of in a mood, like the kind of mood when someone calls him the B.A. Dune, if you know what I mean. Yes, that's a bad day. Okay, what does he want me? You know I'm not part of the gang. He doesn't care, Angel. He says that you're involved too. And there's rewards and punishments. The cat and stick, you know, if of what's going on. We gotta find her now. What's the rewards and punishments, if I may ask? That's the cool part, actually. 10 gold weights and clean papers, real citizenship, not the fake kind. Enough to even get someone off the second call, maybe into the first, if you got the look for it. And he pulls out his jacket as if he thinks he has the look for it. And those of you who can see his picture.
I was about ready to roll, but like, is he a Mummia addict?
Angel
based on his picture.
Angel responds back to him. Alright, but what's the punishments? Boss says anyone who doesn't help or waste time gets irons on the bare skin, front and back, burned so deep they never sweat again. Well, hey Shade, I think it's time for us to go. We need to go right now. Good day to you, my great fans. And he tips his hat, and you notice that he, at this point, when he puts his hat back on, a spell happens on him, and the alcohol that was on him seems to go away, as well as the ink that was on the back of his jacket.
Can I roll to see what is happening with that?
Sure.
Where are
Goodbye,
they?
Shade. Can I have my gun back before you leave?
Oh yeah, sure. Here you go.
Oh, thanks. Good luck with your career. Hopefully you ditch this loser soon.
Oh man, that's not. It's Angel. So yeah, with a 3, he hands it back to you, and the gun will go off. I will just roll an unarmed thing and see if it hits you as he hands it to you.
Should be Shade, not Angel. Or
Yeah,
Angel.
well, that was a D20.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Yeah, I will roll an unarmed attack, his fist, and see if it hits you. I forgot to target you. Does a 30 hit you, Grunglekan?
That is exactly a crit.
Exactly a crit.
Yep.
So whatever the crit damage for your gun would be, roll it and take it as they go. Sorry. I'm sorry, my man, but I cannot stand. As he does his horrible rhyming, and they flee. Whatever damage your gun crit would be to it.
All right. Critical. There we go. Bam. Wow.
Wow.
Why is it 6d8?
Gun crit.
Wait,
gun
what's
crit.
happening?
Yep.
Why is it 6d8 though?
Lethal.
That doesn't make sense. Oh, because it's 3d8 times 2. That's gross. Okay. Wow.
Flintlock pistol does 3d8 damage?
On a crit.
Breaking.
Yep. It does a 1d4 on a normal hit, though.
Oh, okay.
Yup.
So you have to crit, but you...
The crits
You
are
don't.
big. Yeah. Remember when Sean would crit and he was doing like 40-something damage?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the fatal trait, right?
Yep.
As they're leaving and you guys are dealing with that, and Gaston gets shot, we'll say
Wait.
it goes
GK.
weird.
Grunglekan
Yeah.
got
Alright.
shot.
Gronglekan got
That changed. Okay.
and we'll say it shot him in the butt. Gaston, did you finish
It
off?
took off the leg.
The snake jumped up and bit him. Gaston, did you finish their drinks?
I did not, because I got distracted when I heard the goon mention somebody and came over here better.
Okay, then I won't have you roll for anything. You're a little tipsy. What are you guys doing?
I am sighing extremely heavily and pulling out my healer's kit.
Ow, 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 ow.
Yikes! You gotta be careful with those, mister.
I'm gonna look at you and be like, you're right. I should be. Ow.
It's a lot of blood. Miss Aileen, can we have somebody clean this up?
I'll hold up my hands, but I'll clean it up, Miss Eileen. Sorry.
Prestidigitation from my ring. And they slowly start cleaning it up as well.
Nice. You notice
I'll
that it
grab a
cleans up
rag.
the same way that Angel Simmons' hat, once he put it back on, cleaned up him.
Okay.
Oh yes. It just seems like that small goblin person also had a hat that did exactly what your ring does. Fascinating.
That's too bad. I got that ink right on him. He didn't even notice. Did you guys see that?
What ink?
Oh yeah, here's, and I'll hand you the your empty inkwell.
Oh,
Here you go.
well now, you're lucky I have several. Thank you.
What? I guess so.
I guess I'm lucky that I have several.
Yes. All right.
Is what I meant to say.
So before I go up here, I do say, come on up here, guys. I think we gotta have a little talk before we head over to the warehouse. Gaston, come on, Snad. Hey, what are you doing?
Hey Nick, or Amos, also take that healing. Because I walked over and I hit you with. Because I can heal 4 people at once.
You mean I can have my 3 hit points back?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna take. Are there empty bottles on this table or around?
Not bottles, but like tankards.
Well, I can't really turn tankards into Molotovs. Anyway, so I'll. Oh, we have to have empty potion bottles from all those potions we've been drinking. Because you don't eat the potion bottles, obviously.
Or do you?
Well,
Gronglecon might.
Those two look like sharp teeth.
not as sharp as it could be, but yes. I'll say, so we're about to go into this warehouse to get that Mummia to help my mother. I mean, friend. Well, I think we should figure out what you guys do. I'll look at Amos and be like, I can kind of guess that you're like a magic-y guy, but like, what's your deal when you're fighting? Can you, someone comes up and punches you in the face, can you manage with that or no?
So I am not very good at taking hits, but I have several spells that increase my ability to dodge hits, and I have several spells that can push people away from me in such situations. I have spells that can conceal me in such situations. But for the most part, I'm an elemental caster. I like to have a little bit of answers to all kinds of weaknesses, mostly.
And Gaston, you're afraid of fire, right? So like, should we avoid fire spells, or what's the deal with that?
Yeah, we don't want the whole place to burn down around us. That would be any, like, shudders. Bad.
Got it. Okay. And I'll look at the bottle of liquor and be like, can you put some cloths in here for me?
Like this rag that's full of your blood?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Here.
And I'll hand him the bottle and be like, don't worry about what that's for. Just
Very, very personal touch.
very personal touch.
Yeah.
And so what's with the fire dude? Who was that?
I don't know. He shows up sometimes when there's something important I have to do, and he's very angry. I would be careful around him. I wouldn't upset him.
Is he here now with us?
You don't see him?
No.
It's down, like, where he's just loitering over, like, the pool table.
Like over here?
Yeah.
And I'll look over there and be like, do you guys see anybody? Like, am I?
I don't see anybody.
Okay.
Nope.
Unless you manifested him.
No.
Okay.
Not everyone can always see him.
But you always see him.
He's always with me.
Okay, well, what is...
So don't get me angry either.
Okay, and he, like, cuts people in half? So that's good.
He's very strong.
Good. All right. It's nice to have somebody strong here, other than me. So, and you like healed that guy that one time, that like mechanical dude. Is that like your thing? Are you like Snad? Do you like heal people?
Sometimes things happen around me. Wounds get better, or people get scared, or bright lights flash in their eyes. I don't really know what that is.
So you don't know how you fight. Okay, That's cool. So you're afraid of fire. Is there anything else that we should be aware of that, like, if this thing happens, I could go crazy?
Don't hit LaRue.
Who's LaRue?
Is LaRue the fire person?
Yeah, you wouldn't like him when he's angry.
Well, I don't plan on hitting him, especially now that
Okay,
I know who
good.
he is.
Good.
Okay, all right.
Calls back down. They're not going to hurt you, I think. Yes, you can kill them if you have to.
I'm gonna look over at the pool table, like, don't kill me, because I'll kill you too.
Uh-oh.
Gaston,
Mhm.
he turns to you and says one word.
Mhm.
Stupid.
He says that a lot.
I can't hear it, and I'll look at you like, he says what a lot.
He says what a lot.
He doesn't think I'm very bright.
Is he what? Does he talk a lot?
He only says one word at a time.
Oh, that must be difficult to comprehend.
It is.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, all
You
right.
guys all talk a lot more than him. But
When
you sound nicer.
When you guys are talking about him, you guys all saw him. Anyone who wishes can roll a society or a specific lore for parts of the city. If they want.
Can I do one of each?
Society? Oof.
Specific parts to the city will be easier than society.
Boom.
All right.
Uh,
Amos, you critically succeed.
Hmm.
Grongokon, you succeed.
Yeah.
Grongokon, you
I'm-
remember. Oh, what's that?
I'm not even going to try.
Okay. Grongokon, you remember that he kind of looks like he was an Ember Guard. The people who all disappeared, who used to fight fires. Amos, you know that Gaston and this LaRue figure are somehow connected. Something with fire, and this guy looks like an Ember Guard. He might be a spirit or something. LaRue is a name that you remember.
Oh, interesting.
You remember LaRue being awarded at least you remember that name going to one of the people who perished in the fires about 5 years ago.
Interesting. Okay. I guess I would say that out loud then. Gaston, how long has LaRue been with you? Has it been about 5 years?
I think, yeah, that's when I first started seeing him after my parents died.
Interesting. Your father wasn't named LaRue, was he?
No. No, my father was Raoul.
Okay. Well, so I remember about 5 years ago there was a man named LaRue who was given some award and died in a fire.
And he gets really agitated.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the big fire. That was when my parents died.
That was those Ember Guards, wasn't it? I remember them.
Yeah.
Firefighters?
Did they all die? I don't remember.
They disappeared anyway. I don't know if they died or they just got disbanded. You know, the city does that a lot when, kind of what happened with the 055 that just disappeared, right? When they did
Right.
Yeah.
So, my question then is, if they disappeared and they didn't die, I wonder if this person was somehow bonded to this child. I guess that's not a question for right now, but it's an interesting puzzle nonetheless.
Well, hold on. If your parents died in the fire, what were you in the fire with them?
Yeah, somebody pulled me out, one of the firefighters.
Was it?
He
And
got
I'm
me
going to
out
point
of
over at the
burning
pool
quarter.
table. I'll point at the pool table. Was it him that pulled you out of the fire?
I think so, but I couldn't tell. He was in a big mask.
I will scream at the top of my lungs at the pool table. This will hurt your ears, Gaston. Hey, did you save this kid from the fire? Did he answer?
He's just glaring at you in the table, pointing towards the door.
I think he wants us to go. He doesn't like talking much.
Oh. Is there a fire? Does he want to put out a fire? Is that what he wants to do? I'm sorry. I will keep going with this if we don't move on. I'm sorry. This is too much fun.
He doesn't like fire, no, but he starts them sometimes.
Oh. Wasn't he on fire? Anyway, did you make that Molotov for me?
Is that a drink? Do you drink your own blood? Here.
Perfect. When I throw this, close your eyes.
I do.
Okay.
Well,
Gaston, make a crafting check.
I have 0 crafting, so I'm hoping yours is better than mine. Nope.
You have a bottle
Yeah.
with alcohol in it,
Uh-huh.
maybe blood. It could work.
I'm going to look at Amos and be like, do you know how to make these?
For the people who are more arson inclined than me, like, not that much booze has a high enough proof that a Molotov cocktail will burn. You need gasoline,
I know.
right? Okay.
You use
This is orcish liquor, so pretty much the same thing.
That's fair.
It's kind of like ethanol.
you use hard liquor on the rack, and then you use gasoline on the other stuff. You can use a mixture, but
If something is like rum, if it's navy proof, if you mix it with gunpowder, there's enough alcohol that the water won't prevent the gunpowder from burning.
Oh, I'll just.
It's about like 85 proof.
Is this liquor 85 proof?
you guys only asked for beers
No.
and milk when
No.
you got.
I asked for
Oh, yeah,
high proof
somebody asked
liquor.
for- yeah, he had a Molotov cocktail in mind.
I had to take a full gold off my sheet.
Oh right, I forgot. Okay.
Yeah, this is the highest proof liquor I could get. God
But I
damn
am
it,
apparently
Amos.
not much better.
Use one of your hero points. You got too many.
Yeah, but I'm a bad roller.
Can I?
when we get into a fight.
All right.
I will
Will,
give
like, a
you
second
a
time help you?
Molotov cocktail. You have
Alright.
a Molotov cocktail.
All right. And then I guess I'll flag down Aileen.
Yes, hey.
So did you find out anything about that warehouse?
It's I've got the short answer and I've got the long answer.
How much for the long answer?
About say 5 gold.
Best I can do is 4.5.
She walks away.
All right, here, hold on, and I'll look at some. Anyone got 5 silver?
Probably literally no.
Anyway, I do have enough gold. I just was trying to cheap out on her by 5 silver. I'll pretend to take some out of Gaston's backpack and be like, here, and I'll give her a bunch of gold and silver.
Yeah, well, thank you for your contribution, Grongle Kolnotska. So that particular warehouse is owned by no one. It was abandoned, but it's operated by the Shear, and the Shearer in particular, one of his last places. Rumor has it that one short Vane has been in there all night. He hasn't left, and there has been one wagon that has left all day, filled to the brim. There's allegedly 2 to 3 more wagons that are in there. There's at least, what was it they said? There's anywhere between 5 and 7 of the guards, the masked people that work for the Shear. They're out in force. It seems like it might be a trap or something, trying to get someone to get in. And there is at least a couple of Drihi in there.
I'm going to look at Amos and be like, what's a Drihi?
Big gorillas with wings.
Is that the big monkey
the
guys?
monkey people.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Literally, Shade was one of them.
Listen, all right? It's fine. Don't worry about it. Names are hard, okay?
They make up like
That's what I said.
almost 25% of the population of this city.
Yeah, well, they're just monkey guys. You don't think about the name too much. Nobody knows what they are.
I do have some other information you might find interesting. Judging by this young fella's reaction. She looks over to you, Gaston.
Yes, what?
Well, short answer's gonna be 5 gold for this one. Long answer's gonna be 15.
Oh, I never carry gold.
Metagame, I only have 3 gold left. I have spent 6 gold here so far.
I have literally 0, and I have no idea where it ended up.
What can I...
I'm sure Angel will
If
find
I give you this magical potion, you could serve it to somebody and sell it to them for a lot more than 5 gold. And he holds out like a vial.
Let me take a look at it. What potion are you giving? Alright, that's a fair deal, Sonny. So I'll give you the short and then the long. So Cassandra's been missing for a couple of months now.
Mm-hmm.
However, she hasn't been really missing. She's been
She's
hiding
alive?
from her. Oh yes, she's been hiding from her dad ever since the good old shipwreck at the hen
She
house.
survived the shipwreck.
Oh yes.
Oh, good.
Well, we've seen her since then, haven't we?
She's been hanging out with her friend, the artist, Jamin, the one who plays all the songs and such.
I'll look at Snap like, we met her one time. At that bar.
You did.
Shut up, Amos.
Never mind, I didn't.
Like I'm hearing it.
Associate.
Like, Puck's here with us. What's going on?
Amos might have gone to 1 or 2 of her concerts. I don't know what he's into.
That's fair.
What? But the whole thing is, especially after I got from the little ugly man who walked in here, Grek I think was his name, was her dear old dad, Koku Dima, isn't able to scry on her anymore. That's why he was letting her do her thing. So, here's the stories from what I heard. And this is a short version. Boogies, self-exile, or the stalker. To go into more detail, there is a rumor that the Boogies really hate Cassandra. Less of a rumor and more Angel doesn't shut up about him stopping all the Boogies, as you heard his song. And they've been trying to hunt her down. So it could be that the leader of the Boogies, that's going to cost you a bit more to learn.
Oh, you mean the boogeyman?
It's going to cost you a bit more to learn. Has taken her, and if that's the case, she's probably dead or worse. The self-exile. There was a note that she left for her dear old dad that said she needs to get away from all this, and she's sorry. And then there is the dear old stalker. She was hanging out with her friend Jamin over on the 3rd Corps. There was a man who's been seen. White hair, seems to be followed by several other women. And he's following Jamin wherever she went. Some of the whispers say that it's Jamin's ex, DeWalton Jr. You know, the one she wrote the song about.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I know. Good luck to you. Jamin may have a concert tonight if you want to check that out.
Oh yes, I had planned on attending as soon as we finished with our other business. And circling back, Grunkle Con, Snad, you guys have met Jamin?
Yeah?
I have been such a fan for such a long time.
What? Why?
I don't think Gronglekan likes musicians very much.
She's better than Angle.
I mean, she's fine. But, like...
I'd take a Mummia addict is better than Angel.
Agreed.
What's she like, though?
She's actually quite nice and really flirtatious, from what I remember.
I knew it. I knew she was a good person.
Wait, what? Why does that make her a good person?
You said she was nice. I just knew in my heart she was a caring person.
Oh, so that has nothing to do with the fact I said she's flirtatious.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. I was very concerned for a moment. I thought you were getting the wrong idea. All right. Yeah, so I guess, do you remember much, Snad? I mean, I think you talked to her more than I did. Or no, we were looking at the dead bodies. Sean talked to her a whole bunch, though.
Yeah, it was Sean.
Who's this guy?
A fellow in a seemingly butler outfit who some of you have seen before.
Oh, no.
I am so uncomfortable.
Walk over to you guys.
Hand on weapon.
Sirs, I apologize for the intrusion, but my master has sent me over to ask you a question.
Look, like your name's Gaston, too.
No, it's Longfellow. Mr. Longfellow, good sir.
What's your first name, Longfellow?
I don't have one.
Oh, it should be Gaston, too.
If you wish to call me that, you may, sir. Anyway, I do have to ask, have any of you, by chance, seen anything involving Boogeyman as of late?
No. Not at all.
Yeah.
What's a boogeyman?
Terrible creature.
They're mean to the kids here. They try and take them.
What? There are creatures that are being mean to children? Well, we must put a stop to it, but I've never seen one.
That's what Cassandra was doing.
Well, I'd like to say that Snad and I have done our fair share of dealing with them, but apparently that was Mr. Simmons. Wasn't it, Mr. Longfellow?
I can't say perchance what my master goes about and tells others, but I will say, at least on my behalf, thank you for taking care of what you took care of before.
Well, and I'll bow my head and be like, okay, maybe this guy's not so bad.
Good day to you, Mr. Nightscar.
Well,
I am sorry for your loss of your father.
hold on. So, there was a ritual that I don't know about the boogeyman himself, but I know there was a ritual not long ago where they had a bunch of kids and they fed them to the bogies and evolved them, ritually increased them, whatever it is they do, into the bugaboos. So they're manning back up. They're increasing their manpower. So
Interesting.
if that helps kill them and avenges my GS, then yeah, I'll give you that. And I'll give them a diplomacy. Okay. I'll also give them the location. I don't remember off the top of my head where it was, but diplomacy. Can I do it public or private?
Public's fine.
Okay. Bam. All right.
Thank you, sir. I hate to admit it, but I believe some of your intelligence is out of date. From what I can tell, that happened some time ago. There's at least 2 other boogeymen that they have evolved, and not to mention their master. But we're on the, I guess, warpath, slowly but surely. It's interesting trying to get Mr. Simmons, my master, straightforward and such. But good luck to you, sir.
I know you don't really die, but good luck.
Oh, I have a very painful existence. I die more than most people can imagine.
What
Good
do you
day,
mean
sir.
he doesn't die?
And as soon as he turns the corner, he's gone. He
Yeah.
disappears.
I would like to know what happened to him and how he's doing that, if you'll let me.
He was
You can
creepy.
try.
I mean, I'm not
You
going
can-
to know unless I roll, right?
That's right.
Try.
I can infer
Right.
that from our previous interactions with him, right? That's not just me metagaming too hard.
No, you saw his dead body last time.
Yeah,
And then
okay.
he came around a corner and the dead body disappeared.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure. Because I remembered that, but I couldn't remember if that was the story that you linked to me before.
So, what do you mean he doesn't die? And where did he go?
Uh,
What is he?
I don't know. There's a bell that Mr. Simmons has that that Angle has that he rings and this guy comes around from the corner and he'll do whatever he's told. He's actually really good at fighting. And he can get pretty well anything. Like I've seen Angle ask him for like a cup of hot tea from like Osiria, and he's just gone around a corner and then come back and had it. And I've also seen him dead on the ground and then him immediately walk a corner and then his body was gone and he was back.
Well, that's just fascinating. I've never heard of a bell that could do that. I want that bell.
Do you need tea? I think they have it here.
No, Gaston, I want to examine the bell.
I'm going to put my arm around Gaston's shoulder and be like, man, at some point, I'm just going to have to teach you what life is, I think.
What are relative heights? How? I guess we're seated.
Well, so I don't think... Are there chairs here? Yes, there are. It's not just cushions on the ground.
Good.
So I have to stand up on my chair to put my
Okay.
arms around your shoulder. I'm about... What was it? I think I was 3'9" or something.
I have to pull up. I never put his height and weight in this.
I did originally, and then all this stuff got deleted, and I didn't put it back in.
I'd be careful, though, Gaston. Apparently, whenever GrunkleCon shows you how to live, bad things happen.
Well, life is pretty
You
bad.
got me sick last night.
Hey, that wasn't me.
I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
The kid tried rum for the first time last night. Can you believe that?
and you let him do it on, like, you weren't watching him? How old are you?
I don't really know. I've been,
How-
I knew my parents.
How old does he look?
Like 14.
Oh, I'm asking the GM.
Well,
What, you look 14.
canonically, that's
Yeah, that's fair.
actually his age.
He has a interesting scarf that makes him, yeah, he looks like around 14.
Okay. All right. Now look him up and down and be like, well, unless anybody has anything else that you think we should get ready, I think, is it getting dark? Would it be getting dark outside-ish?
No, it's not even noon. That's why no one's in this bar.
Perfect. Perfect.
Been a really busy place for no one being in this bar.
Let's go. Hold on. I don't know if there's anything else we can do other than just waste time until the evening. Do we want to wait till evening? You guys can't see in the nighttime.
Did we find anybody who has Mummia for you? I
What?
remember that was a goal that you had.
Well, that's why we're going to kill all the shear and
Okay.
take the Mummia.
Right. Okay.
Did she say they were doing a delivery today?
She told you
Hmm.
that there's at least 3 more wagons
Mhm.
and 1 wagon left completely bogged down by whatever it was in it.
Okay, well, we got to go now then.
Yeah, let's go do that before they get it free.
All right, fine. Since you guys can't see at nighttime, might as well go get this done.
Okay. You guys go back to there.
Yes.
The
Barnaby Gilded's Skybound Report.
Good evening, Olduvai. This is Barnaby Gilded, your faithful voice on the edge of empire, bringing you clarity through the chaos and light through the veil they so desperately want to keep drawn. Tonight we return not to the battlefield, but to the war behind the war. The one that doesn't stain our skies with fire, but stains our minds with whispers. 6 months ago, the Tower of Law nearly collapsed under the weight of treachery. Assassins struck at Sky Marshal Asimov in what should have been a sacred stronghold. A prison break followed. Jacques, Donme, Jamoke, released into the night like smoke through cracked glass. At the time, they said it was a coincidence, a security lapse, a fluke. But now, we see the truth unfurling like a yellow banner in a black sky. Because since then, the whispers have grown louder. Reports of Osirionian dark magic, not just on the battlefield, but in our city. Cultists of the king in yellow. Hastur's name uttered behind closed doors. The kind of name that bends reality if you say it too loudly or too often. This is no longer a war of steel and skyships, my friends. This is a war of perception, a war of belief. And belief, as we all know, shapes reality. Look at the symptoms. Fogs that roll in with no source. Citizens caught staring at blank walls, whispering poetry that doesn't rhyme. Whole blocks losing time. These are not delusions. These are encroachments, cracks in the armor of reason. And the most damning part? The 5 families knew it was coming. Oh yes, they've unified. The great 5 pillars of Ulduvai. House Asimov, who failed to protect their own tower. House Barlays, whose casinos burn and whose ships crash. House Men's Fad, who deal in shadows and silence. House Sivaj, who call vampires priests. And House Onasi, who buy loyalty faster than they pay their workers. We were told this unity would protect us. But ask yourself, did it? Has it? Because while they build stronger walls, the rot continues beneath them. Cultists don't storm gates. They shake hands. They wear clean robes. They smile at children and nod during civic speeches. Do not mistake calm for safety. Do not mistake silence for peace. We are not winning. We are delaying. The Sky Pharaoh does not march with armies alone. He sends thoughts, ideas, fractures in the veil of our world. And some of those fractures are now walking our streets. I've seen the reports, friends, from the Undercity, from the docks, from the Crescent District and the higher skywalks of the First Corps. Symbols carved into alley walls, children muttering things they shouldn't know. A tailor in the 5th tower found dead, his face turned completely away from his body. All of them marked in yellow ink or worse, in blood that glows when the lights go out. They are here. They are patient. And we are playing catch-up with a god who's already set the final piece on the board. Now, I know it's a lot to take in, and I promise we'll keep digging. I have names. I have documents. And soon, dear listeners, I'll be revealing a secret report buried deep by the Tower of Concordance itself, one that mentions a deal between Osirian's cult operatives and a member of one of the pillars. But not just yet. You've earned a moment to breathe. Before we continue our journey into the unknown, let's hear a quick word from our sponsors. Those brave, well-funded few who ensure my voice keeps reaching you through the storm. And after that, well, dear listeners, I've got a real treat for you. Jammin's brand new single, Hearts Still Glow. A melody of hope and heat in a world of shadows. Let it lift you. Let it remind you that even as the skies darken, the ember of truth still burns. This is Barnaby Gilded, and you're listening to the only voice in the sky that watches both the stars and what hides behind them. Stay sharp.
Welcome, seekers of the extraordinary, to Twaddle and Consternation, your gateway to a realm of mystery and wonder. Step into our realm where the mundane and the magical intertwine in a dance of endless possibilities. Our storefront beckons with an array of curiosities that defy explanation, each whispering tales of untold adventures and hidden truths. Are you in need of a solution to life's most perplexing dilemmas? Look no further. Our expert proprietors are masters of the arcane arts, ready to craft bespoke solutions tailored to your every need. From potions that cure the common cold to charms that bring luck and love, Twaddle and Consternation has the answer to your every desire. But our offerings extend far beyond the ordinary. Venture deeper into our emporium and discover artifacts from distant lands, relics imbued with ancient power, and secrets that have been lost to time. Each item holds the potential to unlock new realms of possibility, guiding you on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. Yet, be warned. The mysteries of Twaddle and Consternation are not for the faint of heart. Rumors abound of the dangers that lurk within our shadows, of deals struck with otherworldly beings, and encounters with forces beyond comprehension. But for those who dare to tread where others fear to go, the rewards are boundless. So come, embark on an adventure like no other. Step through our doors and into a world where the mundane meets the miraculous, where the ordinary fades away, and where the extraordinary awaits. Twaddle and Consternation, dare to dream, dare to discover.
Even in the darkest hours, love finds a way to shine. Hush, they say the city's built on gears and sky, that love don't live where the towers scrape high. But I've seen hands reach out through rust and rain, and I felt joy grow right through pain. In broken streets I've heard lullabies, in cracked windows I've seen sunrise. And when the night feels cold and slow, I hold on tight, 'cause hearts still glow. You don't need gold, you don't need fame, just someone to call your name. You don't need wings to rise above, just one spark of love. Yeah. We are the spark in the city's soul, light in the dark, filling the holes. Even when it hurts, we still grow. Even in the storm, our hearts still glow. I've danced with shadows, I've kissed regret, but I ain't found a soul I'd rather forget. You, with your scars and your shining eyes, you remind me what never dies. It's not the lights that make us bright, it's holding hands through the longest night. And when the silence starts to grow, I listen close, your heart still glows. You don't need gold, you don't need fame, just someone to call your name. You don't need wings to rise above, just moments left of love. Now, we are the spark in the city's soul, light in the dark, filling the holes. Even when it hurts, we still grow. Even in the storm, our hearts still glow. I've danced with shadows, I've kissed regret, but I ain't found a soul I'd rather forget. You, with your scars and your shining eyes, you remind me what never dies. So if you're lost and you can't see, know someone's out there thinking of thee. We're stronger than steel, softer than snow, and baby you shine even when you don't know. We are the spark in the city's soul, light in the dark, filling the holes. Even when it hurts, we still grow. Even when the hearts still glow. Yeah.
there?
Boop. Yes.
The warehouse. Okie dokie. Anything in particular you guys are doing as you travel?
So, I know you don't have it on the map. I am going to ask just out of completionist's sake. Is there a back entrance or a back side to this place?
No, that's something that's something interesting about this warehouse. This warehouse has no windows.
Mhm.
It has no entrances other than the main entrance. Everything has been boarded up the wazoo.
And so this isn't the same warehouse where Gaston and I met.
No, that is a
No, this is
different,
the- yeah.
much smaller warehouse.
Okay.
What would getting on the roof entail here?
You'd have to do a climb check,
Mhm.
unless you got something to get you up there easier.
But like, is it particularly easy or particularly difficult? Are there nearby buildings that we could use to get on it from further away instead of just climbing from the street? Are there like upper windows or like a flat roof, a sloping roof?
So most of this area is warehouse district stuff. So there's not really any fire escapes or anything like that, and this is just a very tall one-story building. One story, but it goes about 2 stories high, and the roof is slanted. What appears to be shingles or the like on there. As for the climb check, make me a perception check. We'll see what you got.
There. Oh, I probably vomited on the way.
Yeah, it looks like certain areas of this, onto this warehouse, will have some handhelds to climb, which would mean that it's a simple climb task if you are an expert in climbing.
Does anybody have rope in their inventory?
I do.
Okay, so I can climb up the handholds because I am an expert in athletics, and then throw down a rope to help pull people up. Would that, and then they could follow the expert. Would that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Want to do that? Team?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Okay.
So
Here's my rope.
As a reminder.
As a reminder, every story is around 10 feet tall.
Okay.
It's technically a one-story building, but it is, as in there's no second level.
Mm-hmm.
However, it does go 2 stories up, so that's 20 feet.
Yep. Okay.
Okie dokie. So you are climbing. What are you ranked? Climb. Athletics.
Expert.
You are an expert. So it is a simple. So you are able to climb up to the top, at least on the first one. As a reminder, unless you have certain feats, each check that you roll only gets you 5 feet of climbing, unless you have a climb speed or you have specific feats that let you climb faster.
I do not.
But before we get too far into it, we're going to take a 5-minute break.
Okay. I am not going to mute my stream this time. Haha, I'm just going to walk away.
Ooh. How do you spell jammin', Emmett? trying to keep my notes in date. Putting on the roof.
Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Can I get a spell check on Jammin?
A spell check?
Yeah, how do you spell her name?
Oh, Jammin. It seems to be
Got
a
everything
moniker.
I got everything but the double M.
I have
She has a
returned.
bunch of- She has a bunch of songs that are on there on the YouTube thing. If you ever wanted to check it out. Oh, I forgot to ask. What is the stream?
Oh, Pona Plays. I will post it in our thing.
Good. Now that I pulled up all of the climb mechanic rules, you guys should be fine.
I will put it in the Here in Delight.
So should we all go around the corners so those goons don't see us trying to climb up here?
That's why I went around the corner.
Yeah, I assumed we all went around the corner. Before we climbed.
I see you standing right out there in front of everybody. Of the gods, and everyone can see you.
I'm also not the expert in this situation. I will be over there in a moment when I finish getting my tea.
Just call, ring your little bell. Get Mr. Longfellow to come by.
That's right.
Heard he brings good tea.
You're not playing Max.
Oh, currently I have 6 tea bags and a pot of tea water.
6 tea bags in a pot of tea water?
Is this caffeinated?
You know, it's like a pot of coffee.
Okay.
And my wife, it's in the coffee maker, but it's a tea.
Yeah.
Delicious.
That's like the old-fashioned way to do it.
Yeah.
My grandmother did that. I'm calling you olds.
Only in my 30s, but I agree.
Ugh. I'm now in my 30s. It's quite sad.
Welcome.
I'm halfway through my 30s.
Yeah. Once your body starts breaking down, then you feel old.
Man, I've been doing labor work for the last 10 years. My body is broke.
Yep. I'm on new payments. Actually, I should take them.
Well, that could make the game fun.
Pain meds? You mean you don't just raw dog life?
Yeah. Well, that's, taxpayer-funded healthcare is nice for that.
That is true. I get that as well, thankfully. But I just still raw dog life most of the time.
Yeah, getting to the doctor is the hard part.
Thankfully, I do have a family doctor. One of the few. Anyway.
Okay. So it's a +2. Okay, I was just making sure I know all the rules for climate stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're back into it. Is everyone here? I think everyone is.
Yep.
I think I heard everyone's voice. Gronkle scurried his way up at least 5 feet. He has 4 more checks to go to climb up there. I just double-checked all of the climb rules and stuff. So, once Gronkle gets up there and has the rope, it will be a DC 15. Following the expert, each of you gets a +2. It shouldn't be that difficult, but you never know. Gronkle, since you're going up there, it is a DC 20 each check.
Okay. Got a 25 on my first roll.
Yep, you're 5 feet up.
All right.
And as you guys look over, you see like a shadowy bit of light climbing up the side of the building as well.
Just pretends he doesn't see it.
Feet up.
All right. I'm just going to re-roll and keep the new result, so I don't have to... Oh, I critically failed.
Does that mean...
That
Oh,
means
yeah.
I fall
you
down.
You get to fall down. You can do an athletics check to potentially not take the damage. Because you will be... I think it's called grab a ledge. So, want to do the reflex check? See if you fall all the way down to the ground and take half, so that'd be 7 damage.
Bam.
Okay, you're fine.
'Kay.
You're at 10 feet now instead of the all the way on the ground. You don't
'Kay.
take any damage.
Oh, I can't keep re-rolling this. That sucks. Okay, I was going to try to be lazy. Bam. 24.
15 feet again.
Okay. And...
Meets beats. You get up the last part. LaRue's climbing. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
LaRue starts climbing on his own.
He's on his third one. He critically succeeded the first one.
Oh, that was LaRue. I thought
Mhm.
that was. I thought that was you. Okay.
Nope.
So LaRue's 15 feet up. Grongokon, you're able to get up on the last part. This is a slanted roof. There's like some areas with small holes because it's an old abandoned building.
Mm-hmm.
The rain leaks a great deal in here. But other than that, it is a slanted roof from the middle going north and south. The total length of it is 80 feet by 115 feet. I would put you on the roof, but then you would be in the building. So
That's fair.
You want to attempt to fasten the rope to something, or are you going to try to hold it and see who can climb up?
I
think LaRue still needs his last check, unless I'm
sure.
LaRue, you can do it. You sure can.
Grongokon, as you struggle to get up there, you notice that a ghostly, smoky figure that seems to almost be on fire at all times hops up directly next to you with one axe in one hand and the other hand holds out a hand towards you.
I'll take it, as long as it doesn't hurt me when I touch him.
You touch his hand and he shoos your hand away and pulls out his hand to you.
I hand him the rope.
He holds the rope and then he moves it so you hold it as well.
Okay. I was going to say, I think I'm as strong as he is, but sure.
Probably, might be stronger.
No, we both have +4.
Level 6, yeah. Level 6, not yet.
Yep.
Boon.
Yeah, and we'll start dragging people up.
Are you doing one at a time, or are you all going?
I will just wait to be pulled up if that's possible. I'm not very good at this. Back in gym class, I never made it much past the first rung.
Yeah, same.
Was this wizard school gym class?
Yes.
Spellcasting class.
Easier.
Back at the tower.
Who is going first?
I'll go first.
Okie dokie.
I mean, I could just teleport myself inside if that's something that could work. But I don't want to be left alone.
I can see how that might go bad.
I will need an athletics check for you, LaRue and Grongokon, to brace themselves to make sure they can pull up whoever's coming up first.
Okay.
It is a very easy check.
Famous last words.
Critical success by LaRue. Grongokon, this flaming man is doing this with one hand. And you're struggling to carry whoever's going up first. Who's going up first?
I am small, to be fair.
Yeah.
I only weigh about 40 pounds.
Sure,
you're
let's
lifting
go.
like several times your own weight, probably, right now.
Exactly. He's
Gronglecon's like Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Just gonna have to go up first. Or are you going up, Gaston?
I volunteered, but since I saw my
Okay.
role, I'm okay letting someone else take the lead.
So because you're following an expert, you have a plus.
Okay.
So you meet the first one. You're up 5 feet.
2,
Up another 5 feet.
3, and that should be a
Up
crit.
all the way to the top. Gaston is up. You see LaRue,
Clamber up.
one-handed, just doing curls with rope.
I'm showing off, LaRue.
He's actually the anchor, and I think I'm doing all the work, and he's just slowly pulling it behind me.
You toss the rope back down. Who's next?
It'd be better if we tie my ass to the rope. And have
That's
him
what I was going to
pull me up.
That's what I was going to recommend. Is I would perform a thievery check to tie myself off, and then they just pull me up because there's no way I will fall
Yeah, no.
many times.
Same.
Okay. Whoever's gonna... The rope is there. Whoever's gonna tie themselves, please make me a thievery check.
We lost our cat man.
16. At the tip of the glass. Should be D. Yeah, it is tied. I need athletics from anyone who's helping. So
can I give... So whoever does best, can they receive aid from the person who does less best?
That's good.
We can do it that way, or we can do everyone who's helping, or the two main people, or whoever's mainly pulling, pulls up the rope, and they have to meet the easy DC, which is 15.
Okay.
And then anyone who wants to help can assist somebody to try to get the extra bonus. So if Grongalcon's pulling, and LaRue's pulling, and then Gaston just assists, Gaston can choose to assist, or Gaston can attempt to do it. Every success brings him up 5 feet. So if you have 3 successes, he's already 15 feet up.
All right, so Gaston, you have 3 successes, 15 feet.
The last one was a crit, right? So that was all the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
No, it's after Snad tied the rope. So the only success I have so far is Grongalcon.
Okay, so I'll go again. All right, there we go. He'll go.
Helping out.
Seeds.
Okay.
So 10 feet.
Oop.
15 feet.
Yeah.
Snad, you're on the
Yay.
roof. All that's left is
Yay.
Teamwork. I'll try to give Luro a high five.
His hand passes right, or like you go to reach, and like he doesn't respond at all, and your hand passes right through him.
I'll take out my Ghost Touch gun, and I'll give him a high five with the Ghost Touch gun in my hand.
The ghost, yeah.
I got it when I was killing a ghost.
Comes in handy for that.
It does. I only got it after I killed him, unfortunately. Anyway.
That's the worst time to have it.
All right, Amos, you think the rope is good to go. Anyone who wishes to pull it may.
Starting to look a little charred on one end. We'll ignore that.
All right, I'll go... Oh.
I guess I can do that to myself, too.
You might not want the immunity, though.
That's fair.
So I'm just pulling you up and you're not helping at all?
Yep, you start
Okay.
to pull him up, and the rope comes completely undone because it was not tied well enough.
And I will lower it back down. Try again.
Good thing that happened at the bottom.
Good thing.
We are wasting all of it. This time he just slumps it over his shoulder and he tries to hold on. And it goes through his hands.
I will go over to the edge and stare down at him and be like, I'll just hold my hands up like, what are you doing?
Watch this be better.
You get it exactly. You finally tied it. Congratulations.
No, he's climbing up.
Oh, no. You're climbing. Never mind. You got on 5 feet. Grongalcon pulls up the rope that's not tied to anyone.
Yeah, because he didn't say anything.
Hello, Skippy. All right, Amos, what's next? Amos, fall down.
Guys, I'm just gonna stay down here. You guys go inside, and I'll be in there in a minute.
Emmett, I can give LaRue a climb speed. If he has a climb speed, can he just clamber down, like pick Amos up and bring him up? Or would we need checks on that?
Yeah, I think I would need a check just from Amos, either to see how well his grip is to hold on to LaRue, or if he ties himself to LaRue, or whatever it is, just to see if he falls.
Let me just cast that. He gains a climb speed from one of the heightened effects.
LaRue he comes all the way down.
Yeah, his climb
He
speed
looks
is
at you,
30 now.
Amos. He firearm carries you on his back, and then he's getting ready to climb. What do you do, Amos?
A minute.
Well, I don't want to piss off this guy, so if he wants to pull me over his shoulder, I'll just fucking let him.
Are you going to hold on to him, or are you just gonna?
Yes, I'm going to hold on for dear life. Like, I will wrap my legs around his torso and then grab him by under the armpit. I would imagine from behind.
Okay.
I'm imagining like scared cat level of.
Yes, yes, like a cat trying not to get dunked in water is.
I'll look at Snad and be like, it's almost like Sean never left.
Yeah.
Give me an athletics or a thievery. I'll let you do crafting.
Crafting, you say?
Just because. Okay. You hold
Crafting,
on tight.
you say?
You hold on tight, and you expect LaRue to climb up, but instead he does the jumping off of each side of the wall because there's a building to your left.
I didn't know that was an option. I can do that.
The Ratchet and Clank wall bounce.
And then as soon as you get to the top, he just throws you on the ground, and then he looks over at Gaston. Slow. Anyway, you guys are on this slanted roof. There's lots of different areas that have small holes and such from wear and tear of a very old warehouse. What would you like to do?
I would
Peek
like
through the holes.
Yeah.
Yeah, are the holes big enough for... I don't know who the biggest of us is.
Well, I'm the smallest. I can look in the holes probably without
yeah.
collapsing the roof.
Amos, and then LaRue, but he's different.
LaRue's definitely the biggest. Me and Snat are tiny.
I can unmanifest and then remanifest him, so he's...
Well, he's also a ghost, isn't he?
Same. Yeah, he's not incorporeal. He's a corporeal ghost, raw.
He's like a poltergeist.
Amos, I'm going to give you 3 seconds.
1.
For what?
Ooh.
2. 3.
For what?
Yeah, we do need a little bit more details.
I moved on to the inside where you should have been able to see what was going on.
Oh, sorry. I had my character sheet up.
Amos was reading his scroll.
1, 2.
You guys
Okay.
count seconds very slowly.
Okay. So guys, as I look through this hole, I see that there were several goons. If you can see where I'm pinging, there was one here, a couple over here. They're kind of scattered all over the place.
Man, it's so convenient that you can just do that with your magic.
Yes, I learned how to highlight by color a long time ago.
Can Gastoff? Nope. Gastoff is a different character from an old campaign. Can Grogglecon? Apparently, I like cheese. Can I go over here somewhere and look down at these things?
Sure, you could have seen this earlier.
Yeah, but I can look from above now. That was terrifying. I don't like that. Okay. What did I see over there? Do you want me? I'm gonna roll. Hold on.
Oh, I already moved you over. You should.
I know. I just meant like what's in the wagons is what I was more concerned with.
They're partly loaded. They have bags and crates of stuff. Being able to see what it actually is, you're not going to be able to tell what is in it just from a brief glance.
Okay.
Or even looking from a 20-foot high ceiling all the way down to the ground.
That's fair.
Oh, yes, you got high enough. What are you guys doing?
We're here to take the content, aren't we, Grogglecon?
I need some anyway, yeah. And then I'm probably going to burn the rest with this Molotov. Sorry, Gaston. Remember I told you to close your eyes? It's because I'm going to set it on fire.
There's going to be fire.
Yeah.
Don't look at the flames.
Like I said, I will let you know when it's happening. We'll do it kind of probably on our way out.
So, Grogglecon, I saw 2 bigger goons and I think around 3 smaller ones. I might have miscounted.
Yeah, and then there's 3 up front there, I think.
So, and I don't think they're going to let us get anything without a fight. Are any of us very sneaky? I'm not.
I can sneak.
Not super good at it, but
I'm pretty sneaky.
I also do want to shut them down entirely, so...
So we're going to have to take everybody out, is what you're saying.
Is there a hole We know there's a room up here because we saw it. Is there a hole that we can drop into this room in the back here?
The sneakiest.
There is no hole that is big enough. You can make a hole.
You know what? I will. Athletics, I'm assuming?
Yeah, where are you trying to make the hole?
Over here. Somewhere. Like in this room. Because I saw the room over here.
Yeah.
So I figured that would probably be the best place to either start a fight, because reasons, or at least sneak in.
Unarmed attack.
Unarmed attack, alright.
Or armed attack, whatever you're doing.
Hiya!
Are the rest of you going with him? Yeah, just
Yes.
do your damage. It's impossible not to hit the thing you're standing on.
I crit the fuck out of it. And with my fist, I do quite a bit of damage, actually.
You make the hole a little bigger.
Big enough for us to get through, or no?
Are you able to squeeze through a foot gap?
I am. I actually am.
Okay.
They might not be able to. What if I use my weapon?
You can use your weapon.
Would it make a bigger
How
hole?
loud is it being?
Oh, quite loud. The ceiling is falling down. People notice it.
LaRue's just gonna grab his axe and just start chopping like a fire axe and just cut his way through.
Do it to it. Just do your damage. You don't need to roll the hit. You're hitting the ground.
Well, I'm using my weapon now.
You're hitting the ground. You don't need to roll the hit. Cool. You have a hole that's big enough now for you guys. You see that in this room there are two people looking at you guys, looking at the ceiling. Roll initiative, everyone, please. Actually,
Can I roll athletics for initiative, and I'll explain why I want to do it?
whatever you were doing,
Those guys are big. Oh, okay, yeah.
I rolled athletics, and my reasoning is, and I just do want to explain it. I am fully jumping down on top of this man.
Okay.
Like this one, with my weapon drawn. So hopefully, I'm doing like a one of those Dark Souls, like slam down my weapon into his head kind of thing.
Okay.
That's the hope.
You guys made a hole. Everyone, please roll initiative. I think you did.
Yes.
So if I'm falling down, I would like to use acrobatics, unfortunately, for my initiative, but I want to reduce my fall damage.
Initiative starts
Mhm.
when they made a giant hole. What were you doing while they were making a giant hole?
Yeah, you could have been
I would
standing
have been.
back.
Okay, that's fair. I would have been looking then.
Okay, I am.
Only because then you have a vantage point you can shoot down from.
Okay, I am missing Gaston.
Gaston!
You can use LaRue's athletics if you want.
Actually, officially, I can't, but I could.
Okay. All right. We shall.
Are we on? I'm just gonna move us so we're not standing on top of people since we're so
All right.
rude.
Grunkle-Con, there is a roof and a hole that you have made. There is a Drahi who's looking up at you. Sorry, Drahi.
Dreaky. I am going to do the Dark Souls slam down my weapon as I fall through the hole.
Okay.
How do you want me to do that?
You are falling
Mhm.
a total of 20 feet. If you land on a creature, you must attempt a DC 15 reflex save. Intentionally aiming yourself to land on the creature after a long fall is impossible. I wouldn't consider this a long fall, so make a DC 15 reflex save.
Okay. Crit success.
Critical success. Oh, I'm sorry. The creature has to make the reflex save. not
Oh,
you.
okay.
That makes more sense. Just a success, which means according to the falling rules,
1/4 damage.
creature takes bludgeoning damage equal to 1/4 of the falling damage that you took. So you took, falling into the hole, half of it, so 10.
Mhm.
So you took 10, he took 5.
Okay. I will be at 78. Bam.
Does Both of you are prone. Unless you have specific feats for that.
I am bouncy. I know that sounds weird, but I am a bouncy goblin.
Hey, boy.
So
I thought that was for tumbling through.
it is, unfortunately. Originally I thought it was for stuff to do with falling, but there is a feat that I'm taking at level 10 that will make this all worth it.
Well, you're still prone for now.
Yes, that's fine. So, can you make me... actually, I can make myself prone with D? Yeah. Or you did it. I don't know. Anyway. So, from prone... Where are my debuffs at? Up here? I'm off guard. Prone, does minute on -2 on that. Okay. So I'm going to... No one's acted yet, actually. So I can stand up. Is falling an action?
I would say jumping down would be an action, so it would count as a movement.
So I will stand as my second action.
Okay.
And then...
One action remains.
Yes, I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. I think I'm actually going to do my Dread Martial stance. Yeah. So, success on that. That means that everyone does an additional +1 to damage rolls. And if you critically hit, you frightened the people that you hit.
That's so good.
Actually, if you're wielding a weapon that has more than one damage die, you can have the status bonus equal to the weapon's... So it's actually a +2 if you have striking on your weapon.
And so what's the range on this?
It is... it's actually only still 10 feet. It's 20 feet if I crit, but it's 10 feet.
So it doesn't affect those of us that are going to probably try to stay on the roof.
It actually also... I don't think it affects magic damage.
Okay, cool. That's good to know also.
No, it is just damage rolls, my bad. So it doesn't affect you until you come down.
Sweet.
Okay.
Real quick, before we go any further, the room that you fell into is a kitchen of some sort. There are different tables with cutlery and different items, as well as several different pots. When looking at it with your brief look of stuff and you fell on the ground, there is a slight amount of powder that appears to be in the air, as if this is not a kitchen for cooking food. Snad, you're up.
Okay. That fall looks painful, so I will deal with that when I need to. Currently...
the hall is where Gaston is, just so you know.
Yeah. That's why I'd have to move in order to be able to see. Like what, here?
As if you're around him, you're able to see everything in the square around, so you're able to aim at the Drahi, if you wish.
Oh, okay. Since there's no reason to not, pew pew.
Miss by 2.
Damn.
Oh, that's my turn. Oh, what else can I do for the one action?
Do you have... Never mind. You don't... That's a 2 action spell. Disregard.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to do with your turn, Snad?
Oh... This is going to be painful, but I'm going to jump down too.
Okie dokie.
Aim yourself at the guy.
I am going to do exactly that.
Okay. He critically succeeds it, so he... Double check. I take no damage. You take the 10 damage for falling down. You're prone.
That's fair.
You are right next to Grongulka.
dreams unspoken, bonds unshaken. Through the fire, through the fear, still we stand, we're still here. Lost in time, the past won't save us. Faith is shattered, fate enslaves us. Yet the dawn still dares to rise through the storm in endless skies. Light still shines beyond the fight, through the pain, through the night. Hold the sky, don't let it fall. Stand together, hear the call. Rise again. Rise again.